With the Field Change Order subtab, you have access to the list of change orders for a project. Select the project to generate the report. For each change order, you can view the details in PDF or XLS format. At the end of each line, if there is a mention of sent, this indicates that the order has been emailed to the contractor. If there is a mention of confirmation with a mail symbol, this indicates that the email has not been sent. If you click on confirmation, the system will ask you to confirm that you want to send the confirmation emails to the email addresses stored in the system. You can add a field change order. You must choose the project, enter the description, a comment, and the number of hours that are eligible for extended time. You can then choose the contractor and the personnel involved by adding the number of hours and clicking on the plus. You can delete this entry by clicking on the red X, or you can edit this entry by clicking on the small pencil. You can also choose the contractor and the equipment involved by adding the number of hours and clicking on the plus. You can delete this entry by clicking on the red X, or you can edit this entry by clicking on the small pencil. And you can enter the material and the quantity involved in this change order. You can clear this entry by clicking on the red X, or you can edit this entry by clicking on the small pencil. All the information is saved as it is entered. You don't have to press another save button. Finally, you can send a confirmation email to the contractor so that they can approve this change order. A copy of the email will be sent to the project manager. To do this, enter yes in the field and click send. By sending the email, the work order will be locked and cannot be modified unless it is unlocked by the project manager or an administrator. You can modify or delete a field change order if it is not locked, that is, if it has not been sent to the contractor. Choose the project and the change order. You can modify the description, the comment, and the number of hours that are eligible for extended time. Afterwards, you can modify the fields for personnel, equipments, and materials. You can also send an email to the contractor. If you want to delete this change order, you must enter yes at the top of the page and click the delete button. With the deficiency subtab, you have access to the list of deficiencies for a project. You need to select the project, and you will see the list of deficiencies for that project with a green check mark for those that are completed. You can print this report by clicking on the printer icon. You can add, modify, delete, or complete a deficiency. Choose the project. You can add a description, select the department, choose whether the deficiency is completed or not, and click the plus to add it. At the end of each deficiency line, you can click the pencil icon to edit it. You can modify the description, the department, and indicate whether it is completed or not. Click the plus to save the information. If you click the red X, the deficiency will be deleted. And if you click the green check mark, the deficiency will be marked as completed. With the leakage test subtab, you have access to the list of leakage tests for a project. You need to select the project, and a list of tests will be generated. You can print a test by clicking on the printer icon at the end of the row. You can add a leakage test. You need to select the project and the type of test, either water main, force main, or sanitary. You must then enter the relevant information for each type of test and click Save. You can modify or delete one of your leakage tests. You then need to select the test you want to modify, update the information for that test, and press the Save button. You can also delete this test by entering Yes in the field above and clicking the Save button. With the chlorine calculator subtab, you have access to the list of chlorine calculations that have been done for a project. Choose the project and you will see the list of calculations. You can print the details of a calculation by clicking on the printer icon at the end of the row. To add a calculation, choose the project and the type of calculation, either tank or pipe. Enter the relevant data for the calculation and click the Save button. You can modify or delete a chlorine calculation. Choose the calculation, modify the data, and click the Save button. If you want to delete this calculation, enter Yes at the top and click the Save button. With the Construction Photo Index subtab, you have access to the list of photos by project. You can also add or delete photos. You can also edit the information of a photo. Select the project. You can add a photo by choosing it with the Choose File button. You can edit the name and add a description. Click on the plus to save it. You can delete a photo by clicking the red X, or you can edit the information by clicking on the little pencil icon. You can print a report by clicking on the printer icon at the top.